Multilingualism in India. Now let us see the concept of multilingualism in India. Also explain how it serves a resource for English language teaching. Now multilingualism can be defined as a linguistic diversity and it is universal in nature. India is a perfect example of multilingualism. Why India is a perfect example? Because in India we have got number of languages, spoken languages, and also there are approximately 15 official languages in India and around 1500 dialects and varieties. Though English is the second language, yet it enjoys more prestigious reputation than that of the mother tongue Hindi. Officially, the three language formula exists in the Indian education system. Now, this three language formula is that one is mother tongue, second one is English, and third one is a national language, that is Hindi. Therefore, each educated Indian is supposed to know at least three languages and necessarily be a polyglot. So, a polyglot means a person who is able to speak more than two languages with approximately equal ease and comfort. So, why do we need to know more than two languages or three languages? The reason is very simple, that because of knowledge of these three languages, we are able to communicate with the other community people easily, and we are able to come together and discuss in different problems and bring out different solutions. So this way every educated Indian is a polyglot, or at least a bilingual in true sense of the term. Now let us discuss the multilingualism as a resource for English language teaching. So we know now multilingualism, that is knowing at least bilingual or knowing at least three languages, that is a polyglot. So at least if you know two languages, we are able to communicate better, and if you know three languages, okay, as per the Indian system, that the three language formula, we are able to communicate in the best possible way. Now India is the land of many languages. Many languages are spoken even in our state Andhra Pradesh also. Many languages. While teaching the target language English, the teacher must understand the multilingual scenario and consider it an advantage rather than handicap. Now, as a teacher, you must understand the importance of English, that if the student learns English, he will be able to communicate better, and he will be able to express in a best way, because the whole world is speaking in English today. So everyone must respect the various languages like Telugu, Hindi, Urdu, Tamil, Kannada or Oriya, whatever the languages still exist in India. So we need to respect them even if we do not know how to speak. So these are the languages spoken by the children and provide space for each linguistic community in English classroom. So when we respect the languages, the students feel comfortable. The students feel free. Then we will be able to teach the English to the students easily in the English classroom. So instead of teaching English grammar mechanically in a boring manner, the English teacher may think of comparing and contrasting the structure of English language with those of the different languages spoken by the children. That means, so not only generally teaching, literally teaching the grammar and grammar rules, but going into the real language of the students, you need to understand their language and you need to support them with the different students. So freedom should be given to the learners to use the mother tongue at every stage. So if you keep a rule, you must speak only English, not the other language or Telugu, Hindi, Urdu, then they feel a little congested. So you must give little freedom so that they can easily fall back to Telugu or English or Telugu or Urdu or Hindi and again come back to the English so that they learn easily the language. So they are expected to say a few lines about the picture in the language they like. For example, you give them a picture and ask them to tell in English whatever they feel, and they will try to express whatever the thoughts they have in their mind. Now, when they come across English expressions, words like, they can say what they are called in Telugu or any other language, they can freely express. So if they do not understand the words, the meanings, then you need to interfere and tell the meaning of that particular word, or ask the students to write down the meanings of the words and give the homework. So there can be intermittent shift from language 1 to language 2 English, that is, and vice versa. That means falling back to the mother tongue and coming back to the English language. A language is a complex phenomena. That means a language is not a simple phenomena, rather a complex phenomena. It has got many features. So it is not just a means of communication. It is not only merely for communication. Then what? The language is thought also. Now this statement is very important, that language is thought also. Why the language is thought also? Because whatever thoughts exist in our mind comes out in the form of language, and we communicate to the other person. So the language and the thought are inseparable. Whatever the thoughts are present in the mind, they come in the form of language to the other person through communication. When the learner's thoughts are provoked, even the target language gets generation. That means when thoughts are there, automatically the language comes out, and the person, the learner, will tend to speak whatever the thoughts are there in the mind. So thus second language teaching can be effectively taken up by using direct method or bilingual approach. So in this case of use of bilingual approach, the knowledge of the mother tongue becomes essential. So because of the mother tongue, so the person already has got a mother tongue, the complete language. Basing and based on this mother tongue, we can teach English language, because we are going to give the meanings of the words of the English language in the mother tongue, like Hindi or Telugu or Urdu or whatever may be the language. It is believed that translation method is dangerous for the teaching of English in India. Translation method means we are translating the language, English language, from Telugu to English or Hindi to English or Urdu to English. So it is they are telling that it is a dangerous in India. Now, but if the careful use of the first language is practiced, invoking the thoughts of the learner, the same may yield fruitful results. But however, the student must understand the basics of language. For the basics of language and to understand the real meaning of the words, we need to come back to the mother tongue sometimes and go back to the English again. So this way, it all depends on the expertise of the teacher. That means you, the teacher, are important here. You play an important role in teaching English to the students. So as a teacher, you must know how to use one's mother tongue in the second language classroom, and also how much to use. There should be limit. That limit means that person should not completely use the mother tongue for English. Only sometimes when the student doesn't understand, he has to fall back to the mother tongue, and again when he understands, he has to come back to the English language. In this way, he will be able to learn good English. So this is what is called the multilingualism as a resource for English language teaching. So The real meaning of this multilingualism as a resource for English language teaching means that for learning English, we need to have our own mother tongue. Having our own mother tongue, being understanding the language, English language in our own mother tongue, then we will be able to learn English easily because we have got our own mother tongue.